Hey, fifth graders! I'm excited to start our new read aloud today, and I'm excited to use this new format so you can follow along with me. I was able to get a little bit creative with technology, and so I was able to find a way to use my document camera. So I'm actually going to be reading out of the graphic novel version that I was talking about if you saw my preview video on Facebook. But either way, if you happen to have a copy of the book The Crossover, both books are completely the same. So if you don't have the new graphic novel version, you could still follow along in your own copy. The original copy that was put out by Kwame Alexander looks like this. So you can see that it is written in verse, like poetry. Okay. But like I said, we're going to be reading out of the graphic novel version, which I think will be really cool for you to be able to kind of follow along with me, looking at the pictures and also looking at the cool ways that the words really tell the story. I'll do my best to keep an eye on the focus here. So the book is divided into actually 5 parts. So there's a warm up, which will start today, and then there's 4 quarters, like you would have in a basketball game. But the 5 parts are pretty long, so they're longer than a chapter would be. But the way this book is laid out, there's not your typical chapters. So I will probably break up our read aloud videos by page number so that you can kind of keep track where we're at that way. Okay, so starting the crossover, the warm up, and here is the first chapter, if you will. Dribbling at the top of the key, I'm moving and grooving, popping and rocking. Why you bumping? Why you locking? Man, take this thumping. Be careful though, 'cause now I'm crunking. Crisscrossing, flossing, flipping, and my dipping will leave you slipping on the floor while I swoop into the finish with a fierce finger roll, straight in the hole, swoosh. Josh Bell is my name, but Filthy McNasty is my claim to fame. Folks call me that 'cause my game's acclaimed. So downright dirty, I'll put you to shame. My hair is long, my height's tall. See, I'm the next Kevin Durant, LeBron, and Chris Paul. Remember the greats. My dad likes to gloat. I balled with Magic and the GOAT. Okay, so Magic Johnson being a famous basketball player. Also, for those of you that aren't so much sport enthusiasts, GOAT in sports stands for greatest of all time. So his dad is talking about playing with some of the greatest basketball players of all time. But tricks are for kids, I reply. Don't need your pets. My game's so fly. Mom says your dad's old school, like an old Chevette. You're fresh and new, like a red Corvette. Your game's so sweet. It's a crepe Suzette. Each time you play, it's all net. If anyone else called me fresh and sweet, I'd burn mad as flame. But I know she's only talking about my game. See, when I play ball, I'm on fire. When I shoot, I inspire. This hoop's for sale, but I'm the buyer. Okay, the next one is called How I Got My Nickname. So keep in mind, this is an example of a book that is written in first person. So the book is told from the perspective of the character Josh Bell. So he's already kind of described himself as being this great basketball player. He's talked about his dad. So when he says, How I Got My Name, this is Josh telling how he got his nickname, Josh Bell. I'm not that big on jazz music, but Dad is. One day we were listening to a CD of a musician named Horace Silver, and Dad says, Josh, this cat is the real deal. Listen to that piano, fast and free, just like you and JB on the court. It's okay, I guess, Dad. Okay? Did you say okay? Boy, you better recognize greatness when you hear it. Horace Silver is one of the hippest. If you shoot half as good as he jams, Dad, no one says hippest anymore. Well, they ought to, because this cat is so hip. When he sits down, he's still standing, he says. Real funny, Dad. You know what, Josh? What, Dad? I'm dedicating this next song to you. What's the next song? Only the best song, the funkiest song on Silver's Paris Blues album, Filthy McNasty. So that's the name of a song. At first, I didn't like the name because so many kids made fun of me on the school bus, at lunch, in the bathroom. Even Mom had jokes. It fits you perfectly, Josh, she said. You never clean your closet, and that bed of yours is always filled with cookie crumbs and candy wrappers. It's just plain nasty, son. But as I got older and started getting game, the name took on a new meaning. And even though I wasn't into all that jazz, every time I'd score, rebound, or steal a ball, Dad would jump up smiling and screaming, "That's my boy out there! Keep it funky, Filthy!" And that made me feel real good about my nickname. So Josh's nickname is Filthy McNasty. Filthy McNasty is a mythical man-child of rather dubious distinction, always agitating, combinating, and elevating his game. He dribbles, fakes, then takes the rock to the glass fast and on blast. But watch out when he shoots, or you'll get schooled, fooled, uncooled. 'Cause when Filthy gets hot, he has a slammerific shot, a dunkalicious, classy, supersonic, sassy, and downright in your face McNasty. So this is talking all about Josh, aka Filthy McNasty. Now we're going to get to know a new character, Jordan Bell. My twin brother is a baller. The only thing he loves more than basketball is betting. If it's 90 degrees outside and the sky is cloudless, he will bet you that it's going to rain. It's annoying and sometimes funny. Jordan insists that everyone call him JB. His favorite player is Michael Jordan, but he doesn't want people to think he's sweating on him, even though he is. Evidence. He has one pair of Air Jordan sneakers for every month of the year, including Air Jordan 1 low Barack Obama editions, which he never wears. Plus, he has MJ sheets, pillowcases, slippers, socks, underwear, notebooks, pencils, cups, hats, wristbands, and sunglasses. With the $50 he won from a bet he and Dad made over whether the Krispy Kreme hot sign was on, it wasn't, he purchased a Michael Jordan toothbrush, only used once on eBay. Ugh. He's right. He's not sweating on him. He's stalking him. All right, on the way to the game. I'm banished to the back seat with JB, who only stops playing with my locks. When I slap him across his bald head with my jockstrap. Okay, so here's where you have to the pictures can help you here, because there's some kind of like slang, if you will, and it might be something you're not so familiar with. So when he's talking about he's playing with his locks, he's talking about his dreadlocks. So 5 reasons I have locks. Again, this is Josh talking. 5 reasons. Okay, some of my favorite rappers have them. Lil Wayne, 2 Chainz, and Whale. Number 4, they make me feel like a king. Number 3, no one else on the team has them. Number 2, it helps people know that I am me and not JB. He's a twin. But mostly because, number 1, ever since I watched the clip of Dad posterizing that 7-foot Croatian center on ESPN's Best Dunks Ever, soaring through the air, his long twisted hair like wings carrying him high above the rim, I knew one day I'd need my own wings to fly. So we get to know a little bit about Josh there, but we also get an interesting clue about their dad, right? So he's played with the greats. but his dad apparently has been featured on ESPN's Best Dunks Ever. So his dad is obviously a really talented basketball player. Okay, mom tells dad. Mom tells dad that he has to sit in the top row of the bleachers during the game. You're too confrontational, she says. Filthy, don't forget to follow through on your jump shot, dad tells me. JB tells mom we're almost in high school, so no hugs before the game, please. Dad says, you boys ought to treasure your mother's love. My mom was like gold to me. Yeah, but your mom didn't come to all of your games, JB says. And she wasn't the assistant school principal either, I add. Okay, so now we learn about their mom. All right, this chapter is called Conversation. Dad, do you miss playing basketball? I ask. Like Jazz misses Dizzy, he says. Huh? Like hip hop misses Tupac, Filthy, he says. Oh, but you're still young. You could probably still play, right? My playing days are over, son. My job is to take care of this family. My job now is to take care of this family. Don't you get bored sitting around the house all day? You could get a job or something. Filthy, what's all this talk about a job? You don't think your old man knows how to handle his business? Boy, I saved my basketball money. This family is fine. Yeah, I miss basketball a lot, and I do have some feelers out there about coaching. But honestly, right now, I'm fine coaching this house and keeping up with you and your brother. Now, go get JB so we won't be late for the game and coach benches you. Why don't you ever wear your championship ring? Is this Jeopardy or something? What's with the questions? Yeah, I wear it when I want to floss, Dad smiles. Can I wear it to school once? Can you bounce a ball on the roof off a tree in the hoop? No. Then I guess you're not the man. Only the man wears the ring. Aw, come on, Dad. Tell you what, you bring home the trophy this year, and we'll see. Thanks, Dad. You know, if you get bored, you could always write a book like Vondi's mom did. She wrote one about spaceships. A book? What would you have me write about? Maybe a book of those rules you give me and JB before each of our games. I'm Demand by Chuck Bell, Dad laughs. By Chuck Bell, Dad laughs. That's lame, Dad, I say. Who you calling lame? Dad says, headlocking me. Dad, tell me again why they called you the man. Filthy, back in the day, I was the boss, never lost. I had the sickest double cross and kissed so many pretty ladies they called me lip gloss. Oh, really? Mom says, sneaking up on us like she always seems to do. Yeah, you the man, Dad, I laugh, then throw my gym bag in the trunk. And take a look, we finished the warm-up. So now here's basketball rule number 1. It says, in this game of life, your family is the court and the ball is your heart. No matter how good you are, no matter how down you get, always leave your heart on the court. I really like that. All right, that is the end of our reading for today.